Hey guys, Melissa here, and today I'm going to be doing part 2 of Rastakhan's Rumble's newest card review. We have 5 new cards to review. 1 neutral, 1 warrior, no, 2 neutrals, 1 warrior, and 2 priest cards, so 5 cards. Super excited about them. Here are, the neutral cards. We already looked at Shark Fin Fan. That's an old neutral card. So let's look at the 2 new neutral cards. Let's focus on the Belligerent Gnome. Okay, so first card, Belligerent Gnome, 2 mana, 1/4. Taunt, Battle Cry. If your opponent has 2 or more minions, gain +1 attack. This card I think is pretty good. So 2 mana, 1/4. That's 5 stats on 2 mana. So good stats. Plus you get additional attack if your opponent has 2 minions. So situationally, you would use this card if you're playing a control deck, which would be anti-aggro, and a lot of times aggro will have 2 minions down by turn 2 if you have coin. If you don't have coin, then maybe you'd want to put it down a little later. Something situational. But it's still a taunt. It's just 1 extra attack, but that 1 extra attack can be really good versus, like, let's say Zoolock has the 3/2 minion on 1, so you'd prefer a 2/4 taunt. So I think it's a pretty good card. I'm excited about it. The next card is the Ticket Scalper. Ticket Scalper is a 4 mana 5/3 overkill. That's that new term, overkill. Draw 2 cards. Reminder, overkill means that you have to deal more damage than health to a minion. So it has 5 attacks, so overkill is kind of easy. The minion just has to have 4 or less health. Not too hard, but this minion only has 3 health, so you don't have rush on it. So you're going to put it down on turn 4, let's say, and your opponent has 1 turn to kill it before you get the chance to overkill. And since it only has 3 health, it's going to be pretty easily targeted. So since it doesn't have rush, it's kind of a rough card to get the value out of with the overkill. Stat line wise, 4 mana 5/3 is pretty vanilla and pretty low on the health, so it dies really quickly. Usually use like 5/3s in more aggressive deck, not a control deck. So I can see this being used in more aggressive style decks, but I don't think it's great. And the overkill mechanic only works on your turn. So let's say your opponent kills it and overkills himself in a way, like his minion had 4 or less health. It doesn't count. It only counts for overkill on your turn. So because of that, and because this doesn't have rush, don't think it's the best card, but it's not a terrible card. Like, it might see some play in Arena, but it's not gonna be a meta breaker, in my opinion. All right, now let's look at the warrior cards. We already looked at Soul Thrays last time, and this next warrior card is Heavy Metal. Really cool looking card. Heavy Metal is summon a random minion with cost equal to your armor. So this is the same mechanic as Yip. If you guys remember who Yip is an 8 mana card that is that does the same thing. So you could be like, oh, this costs 2 less mana. But Yip is an 8 mana 4/8. So 4/8 stats is probably for like a 6 or 5 mana card. So that would mean the recruit mechanic of it should cost 2 or 3, and this costs 6. So in that regard, this is really expensive, especially because it's a random minion. If you think of the mechanic for recruit on warrior, they have a 6 mana recruit card, and it recruits a specific card from your deck. You get to decide the cards in your deck, so it's not that random. This is 6 random. So therefore, I don't not think this card is great. I don't think it's going to be ran much. It might be run in a fun recruit deck, but it's just not as strong as the other 2 recruit options we already have. So yeah, cool card, but mana wise isn't efficient. And then lastly, and most excitingly, I would say, we're going to look at the priest cards. The first priest card I have is, I can't say this word, Bwonsamdi, the Dead. I hope I said that right. No clue. So he's a 7-mana 7/7 legendary minion. Battle card, draw 1 cost minions from your deck until your hand is full. Yeah, so at first you're going to say to yourself, well, 1 cost minions in mine aggro? What's happening here? But then you can look over here at the newest card, Spirit of the Dead. It's a 1-mana stealth for turn 1. After a friendly minion dies, shuffle a 1-cost copy of it into your deck. So there's a couple things I could see happening here. Here's my 2 thoughts. Thought 1 is Xeric's Cloning Gallery, which is the 9-mana spell that brings out 1/1s of all your cards in your deck. So you're going to bring out this Spirit of the Dead, and you'll probably bring out this, and you can bring out a bunch of big minions. And you can also bring out the 2/3 elemental that makes everything cost 1 less. All your spells, and then you can Spirit Lash and kill everything. And now, once you Bwonsamdi, if maybe you add that in your hand or something, you're going to draw all your minions back out. And you just have a ton of 1-mana, 1-cost copies of the cards from your deck. So this would be used in a big priest kind of way, with big priest cards like Velen and Malagos and stuff like that. That's where you use it. So that could be an additional version of the Asmo priest that we all have been seeing recently. That could be pretty cool. The other thing I see is with the Surrender to Madness. I was talking about Surrender to Madness, this 3-mana destroy 3 of the mana crystals in your deck, but everything gets +2. So I couldn't figure out how this would be played unless you had an aggressive style deck, which meant you had a bunch of low-cost cards. Now with this Bwonsamdi, like this might be doable, where you have a bunch of 1-cost stuff that gets buffed, and then this helps you draw so that you can replenish, refill. So maybe some sort of aggressive priest. Who would have thunk that we had one of those one day? But maybe we get an aggressive priest. So that could be interesting. That could be a new type of deck style that we see with this new combo. So I look forward to seeing that. Hopefully something comes through with that too. And those are it. That's it for the newest card reveals. Hopefully some more card reveals will happen this week, and I will do part 3 of Rastakhan's Rumbles card review. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure if you enjoyed the video, you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and then come follow me on Twitch. I stream every morning. Thank you. Have a good day.